Hello and welcome. Right, I am getting everything ready. I thought there's no point I'm going to get the truck to grab the other TPS. I've got the two TPSs across, but I thought, well, we're going to be planting this soon, so why are we going to take the seeds back? Why don't we just leave them here? I've had the council shift the piles of stones and also the stone crusher to another location, yeah, there was stones and all sorts here. They've all been shifted, so this is more like a bit of a farmyard. It's a very small gate, that is. I think that's got to be a person gate. Got to be. Yeah, so this is all gone and semi. Not. Yeah, you can see there's still little bits, but I think we can probably build a couple of sheds on here or put some bale storage or whatever we want. I was thinking about how do I shift the bales, and there really isn't an easy way. So bottom line is, right, where did I put the truck? I can hear its engine. Yeah, smashing. Yeah, so stick that back on. Yeah, so I thought I'm on here to do a bit of prep. I thought there's no other way really than to shift these manually. It is true though, I don't have to necessarily shift all of them. We could, it is true. There's that there's a bale storage, a little bit like we've done with the addable triggers. It's a bale storage like that. I've not had a go of it yet. It sounds a bit complicated, but like anything, everything sounds complicated to begin with. So I'll stick one down there, one down here, and we'll get two sets of this, and we've got the straw one over the back. I do still agree. One thing I am going to do straight away is we're going to grab the Euro milk. I'm not having that. I'm really not. No, that's down there, isn't it? Yeah, it's I don't care if we sell it and it's got a bit of this in it. It was, yeah, but let's be honest. Yeah, the other thing is I would like to put a fence around here, but I'm not sure I can. Just around the sheep, just around there. But look how thin it goes for going around the side. It is really very, very slim here. So yeah, you could sort of do it all the way around it, a little bit of a fence to make it a little bit more realistic. Although they can climb over that bit of a fence. It wouldn't be impossible. But yeah, I suppose I'd like to hear from yourselves if it's too much of a stretch. I know you can mix animals, but I mean, we all know, let's be honest, they wouldn't stay in a little square in the field like that. So if it's too ridiculous, I will spend a bit of cash on doing a proper fence. Ooh, yeah, it is a bit of a stretch for a little fence to be even doing this, really, and it just goes to show. I think we had trouble getting this across before, didn't we? It's just not got the horses really to actually get it done. So let's grab that fence, even though that's not ultra powerful. It's definitely far more powerful than that. It's I've got to be honest, it's a tough little challenge. This is, it really is. I mean, don't get me wrong, we are doing very well, but it is quite a challenge to sort of like have absolutely no mods other than the base game mods, because I've got to be honest, I do keep saying this, although the edible triggers, well, I suppose the edible triggers are just, it's an advantage, but it all depends. I was thinking about this, I was thinking, oh, you can upgrade the things. Well, yeah, but the upgrade mod is not a standard mod, it's a mod hub mod. So really, can we upgrade? Or yeah, I mean, yeah, it does actually add an awful lot of, but it does also add an entire amount of trouble that everybody on console has to face anyway. I think, I'm not sure if that is crossplay or not. It's the trouble with only having PC. I know certain things, script-based mods are not on console. Edible triggers are not script-based, they're just like a copy in a smaller way. So yeah, I'm not completely sure, but I'm taking this out of the game after this. It's only been in a couple of weeks, but I've got to be honest, it's so awful. I can't put up with it. A few times I do mix, but I do also still stick to this. It's going to be difficult with us having non-standard bale sizes to actually stick bales in here, because we're going to be forever emptying and then grabbing with the shovel a little bit. It's going to make mixing really, really awful. It is, and worse than normal, because if you've got loose, you can stick shovels in, that's not really a problem. But if you've got, I can't remember if you stick hay bales in these, whether they actually go to, yeah, well, this straw pellet problem, it's, right, where is the thing? There. Yeah, so, yeah, we will need to repair, and we will sell for 30,207, absolutely yes. Right, fantastic. So, we're now back up to where we were before, but it is true, I'm tempted to lease to see if this is a possibility, and then I'm going to throw it back to Marty to say, Marty, it's too difficult, as in like, if I've got a mix, it's going to make, I mean, there are a lot of mixing type mods. Let me just sort of show you what I'm on about. Yeah, there is a lot of like, I'm not sure if they're in silo extension, because it's not, I would normally use the Omatana to do everything because it is just so good at that kind of thing. I don't think it's in container. No, I'm sure it's still productions, little productions. Yeah, I just thought I'd so quickly sort of show this because obviously I'm scratching my head. I've also spent quite a few minutes trying to see if there's a clever way of getting from that side over here to the Fast Farming and I can't remember it's something Agri. I've done a very good job of splitting the map without me like going like having ramps across. Not that ramps would be wrong, but I'd have to buy fields in between, put ramps in. I'd like to do it because obviously I really could do with an easy way to grab bales from there to there, but I suppose the other thing is once I've transported those hay bales across, we're not likely to need any more for the entire Let's Play. So if it's a one-off, is that so bad really? Let's just try productions first. I mean, there are mixing ones again that I just don't think with the bale sizes we've got is going to be a possibility that we can stick. And it's not me trying to be awkward either. I was just thinking about the mechanics because we've got non-standard. If you've got 3.5 ton bales on FS19, you could stick 1 straw, 2 hay, 1 silage. It worked really well. But FS22 throws that completely out the window. Because the bale sizes are all completely different for all the different things. Now you can go loose partially, but we're not loose. I mean, I can sort of stick them into our silo because that silo has the Omatana one has a stupendous ability to split them into loose. So you could do that, and then you could like. It's the only way I can think this is going to work is if you make them loose and then mix them. I can't think of another way to do it properly. You can't drop a bale in like you normally would, like you would have done in FS19, because they're all so much different sizes that you're going to get forage all the time, and then you're going to have to tip the forage out, then you're going to have to tip a little tiny bit of straw and a little tiny bit of hay, which is why in FS22 I really haven't done much mixing with a mixing wagon, because it has become, don't get me wrong, you'd get better at it, but it also throws it out when you've got different bale sizes, like straws bigger and hay is smaller and silage is middle. They're all different sizes. I mean, not also, I'm not talking about 125, 150 and 180, but if you went for 180s and they're all through, there's still different bale sizes. I mean, I remember Mr. Silly P going on about it at the beginning, and it is true, very, very true. But yeah, so what I'm thinking, the easiest way to do it would be some sort of a mixer, but none of these are standard. I'm trying to think if there's anything in the... I don't think there is. I mean, yeah, the edible triggers is an allowance that Marty said, yeah, that's fine. So we've got the edible triggers, that's as far as we can go. But everything else, premium... I mean, there's the new... This lot here, that is for cleaning... I have looked at it. I did place it once just to see what it was doing. That's the only one I've not actually done. Now that is obviously legit. I mean, we could have a go, but I've got to be honest with how I've never ever been overwhelmed by the Giants things apart from the premium. No, not the premium. The Platinum expansion was the only set of things that ever wooed me a bit, and I thought, wow, Giants has actually really done this well. That's the biggest white herring ever. That really wants that recipe adjusting, because it's just not, it makes no sense. You actually make a loss, and that's not including if you get charged for building, for like upkeep of buildings. So Taylor, sugar, I don't think there is anything that actually, it's weird because they've not done any mixers, and I suppose that's because Giants expect you to use a mixing wagon, and yet they've obviously made things more difficult with us now since like the FS22, because obviously a lot of people recognise the fact that it's very difficult now, and I'm not alone in this, otherwise there wouldn't be so many mixing places. I mean, yeah, there's not this one, but there's this set. One of these is, yeah, Mixmaster. That's the dearest, typically. It's the dearest one of the entire set. But yeah, the Mixmaster. Then there's obviously the Omatana, which is cheaper than that, really, which does multiple things more. Even if you were to say, right, you can only use the Omatana for mixing, then there's quite a few different ones. I have removed a lot because I don't use, trying to streamline so you don't have 9 million mods to go through. Then there is, of course, we've said the Omatana, the Fermenter. No, that's, yeah, that is literally that. So there's the fertilizer, lime fertilizer. Yeah, that's a good one. Fish farming, flour. There's obviously these ones. That's producing silage, isn't it? Not a mixer. I have got some other mixers, but again, I've not got many because the original Hessian, which is again is that. Yeah, it is true. I've taken a lot out. I did have a lot in, but being as I never used them, I took them out because what is the point of having mods you're never going to use? Just takes you longer to get across this section. Then there is. I have got some though. There we go. Modern animal food for cows by Schultz Modding. That's one set that would mix TMR. I've got some more. I haven't removed them all. See, a mineral feed. Yes, it can produce mineral feed. Mixing mill. Is that Missy B? Yeah, it is. That's expensive though. That would literally cripple us. So that's not something I'm even contemplating suggesting. Doing that type of thing. I think I've got some more over here. Got the pallet factory. I have got a pellet factory as well. But again, these are all obviously mod hub mods. So if what I mix, the only way I can think of doing this legitimately is really go into, so I suppose really I'm at one more question for you, Marty, is are we allowed something like a mixing factory, or do we mix? But I'd have to do it loose, where I'd have to like convert them to loose, otherwise it's just not gonna, you've not got the fine control that you would have on FS19, where the bales are all the same size and I could just drop them all in and it's a nice easy thing, really. I mean, I would imagine if you get good at mixing with a mixing wagon, then you probably would do certain ones as 125, certain as 150s, and certain of 180s. You could do 180. Yeah, you maybe get away with a 180 hay and a 125. Is it 125? Or am I mixing up the bale sizes now? Oh, probably. One of the smalls. Yeah, what? No, it is 125, 150, 180. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 125 to 150, and the bigger ones do the 180s. Yeah, so the Poitinger does 125 to 180. The three different sizes of certain bales. You can even see that varies by what kind of bale you've actually got. So, question to you, Marty, is I can mix for now until I get a response from yourself. I'm not going to have the mixing wagon. I'm going to wait. No, I'm on times. Yeah, put that up to what now? We're working. Yeah, so just really need to know what if you insist on a mixing wagon, and I did say I would do it. So I'm not. But it's just that when you start to think about it, it is not as easy as you think, because I'm going to have to like run up to the silo to do every single mix. It's not the end of the world, but it's a fair road trek. But I did say I'd mix, so yeah. I mean, we bought a little bit to tide us over. I suppose Yeah, I suppose what we could do is we could lease to begin with. We'll play it by ear, Marty. I won't ask you the question right now. We shall lease a decent, yeah, probably that one. That's the one I've used the most, the Farasin. It's got a fairly decent unload rate. But I might have a quick look. I might pop out the game now. These can go now, because, yeah, I just cannot cope with those. There's the Euro. It's not really about the size, although obviously if you're sticking a bale in that's 11 cubic meters, one hay bale, there's not a lot of room in there for your silage, and then that's what I'm saying. Our bale sizes are really. You could use the Go Whale. It's a cracking thing by Agri Design Austria, but it's very slow. I have used it. I really have. I use that on Hobo's Hollow as the way to loosen all of the. Then there's that mixer, which again is 11.9. So you're talking, it's loose. There's only one way you're going to mix that, and that's loose, really. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop out the. Yeah, there's the Emily pack, but again, that's really tiny. It really is. I mean, we're talking mixing a 4.2 cubic meters. So that's loose again. Yeah. So I'm going to go out, come back in, and I'm going to see if I can actually get a different set of mixers, and we'll go with what we said. Yeah, you should let your yes mean yes and you know mean no, and I'm going to do that. So I'm going to see you.
Hello and welcome.
Surely.
Right, I thought it's about time we shifted this lot, and I think all things considered, yeah, we are going to do what I said, which is to put these in the silo, but we're going to have another silo built is the easy answer. It's 5,000 for one of those fantastic Omatana ones that actually do that. So I thought, why not have one built right next to the I mean, yeah, we've got the other right next to the X2 Studios, and then problem solved. And it's not like broken the bank really, so that's what we're going to do. Yeah, oh, now these are going to be difficult to. We know that is the map. It is. That's the. It's the price you pay. So we're going to go through the yards of the shop, through those little narrow gates. Hopefully not drag this over. And then, yeah. Yeah, it's. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I'm determined. Yeah, that I'm going to work right. This is the bit that it's really difficult to do, and it's the trees there as well make this doubly. And this is not very powerful, so it might got to sort of like almost. Yeah, like touch the left-hand side, go, oh, and, right, okay, so this is one of those things with slightly hidden collisions. And then pull slightly left. Yeah, and even the stuff inside the, and then you've got to really give it a bit of welly. You have. Oh, dear me, right. What is the point? What is the one that we've got on this? Sorry, the medium tractor. I think it is Snibble as well. It is. This is a rat cracker. This tractor, and the upgrade. I think ours was. Did we upgrade? I think we did, didn't we? That is what it is now. 230. Ooh. This is why we don't want to tipple them over, and they're leaning to the right a little bit. Should just about clear that. Yeah, there really is no way though. Right, we've got to hit this. Yeah, I've got to try and hit this straight on. We did this on purpose. I could have done this differently, but we would have taken more of the field up. So, yeah, I keep trying to sort of like go at an angle, and it's not meant to do that. You've got to really hit it head on. And I keep sort of being a bit lazy and going like, ooh. Okay, I don't really know why you suddenly did that, because actually, maybe slightly. Okay. Yeah, well, right, we're going going to let go of that. Apologies for going through the wall, but that's weight doing that. I had no choice in the matter. We might try sort of one of the big ears to flip it over, because it really shouldn't have done that. It's not that bad, but again, mechanics are not perfect. It's always had that problem where if the weight's too high, it just wants to fall, and that was a fairly flat bit. It is going down slightly, but not to the point where all of a sudden it should have just gone like that, but it did. Yeah, the rest is history, as the saying goes. Right, so then, now then, we need to grab those bales off that field that have been hanging around for well too long. So I'm going to say my words, and we'll see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, moment of truth. Yeah, it's only got a few bales really on the third eye. I've been trying to avoid doing that because I know if you go too high, it's even if you have your like your tines on your telehandler too high, it's always been strange, not worked as it would do in real life. It's always been a little bit too prone to fall over. It's difficult, that is. It's not easy to sort of pull. Yeah, I bought the Fent on purpose because it's the heaviest. I thought we needed a bit of weight and power. And we also need to, to fuel this up a little. I think it's a little bit on the. It's been heavily used. It has actually. That is definitely true. Now then, I have put mixers in. I have. Now then, we're going to have to be careful because I don't want to block the route from. It's true. We've not. It's yeah. Right. Okay. Okay. So most important thing now is location of our new silo. Yeah, it's. I think actually thinking about it, probably the other side of the manure pits, sort of set back a little. That's not really going to hurt at all. It's not flat. Then none of this land is flat. It's all a little bit. That is the point. I think what we're going to have to do. Oh, it's also going to destroy a bit of our. Yeah, it's it. Oh no, the red. I think it's what is important. Yeah, so it shouldn't unless I went in really deeply inside. Yeah, like that. Actually, that didn't. I wasn't that deep inside. Right, so yeah, so it's the Ep17, which has got a slightly bigger footprint. The trailer park pack, the most reasonable priced. Yeah, just one more, I think, of any other silo, and yet has served me terribly, terribly well in many, many situations. Really, really do like this particular thing. Right, so yeah, normally I'd go for Burnies, but Burnies has not got this ability. It's got the smallest footprint, but it doesn't do this one thing of changing bales, and that is sort of like an absolute amazing ability that some silos have got and some haven't. And this, not only is it terribly reasonable, it is really fantastic. I was thinking there's a few mods I've got that I'm never going to use because I always do things in a certain way, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I thought I've got to like these are the black sheep modding ones. Grains warehouse. I shall have to. Oh, how much is it? It is 45,000. Grains warehouse again. Alright, so then we want a specific one. Although I always am open, obviously. Yeah, that's I like the Bernie. It's got the smallest footprint of any other silo. That too has got a. But is only a feed silo. But not that that would matter in this instance. That's also not terribly big. But it comes out quite a lot. Would that actually serve it? No, it's the fact we don't know whether the Bernies does it. I doubt it would, because it would mean that Bernies changed his opinion on something, and I can't see that happening really. No, I think when you make your mind up about which way you want to go, you tend to stick to it. I might be wrong. I'm not prepared. No, I'm not. No. We're going to stick to. Yeah, what we do. We want to go really from behind to make sure we're not going in the road. It's the real thing. You can see it's now that it's not letting me zoom. Why is it not letting me zoom out? Oh, because it's weird. I'm using my camera zoom, and it's slightly different in this menu. You sort of forget. You subconsciously do it. Now then, I would say. Yeah, it's going to do some at the front, but we can't really help that. It's inside the field. We now need to make sure that we've landscaped smoothed. Ooh, no, softened. I thought I'd got it right then, and I haven't. I thought I'd done so well. But no, I hadn't. Still saying the FS19, the word for it. Oh, we don't want to go too mad. It probably is a bit lumpy. It's hard to say, isn't it, really? could really do with a tiny bit of painting. But I don't like doing this. It's just so I can see what it's like on that edge. Oh, it's this one here that is I'm really worried about. Yeah, it's a slight amount of going down just there. Right, we're going to have to test it. And we've got the biggest, heaviest tractor to actually do that. So let's have a go. And we can actually still sneak past. I concur with your choice, Mr. Smith. It was not a bad idea. Now then, so straight approach, which always helps. Yeah, I've often got that nasty habit of leaving things in my way. That's really, and it's a very powerful unload rate. Very powerful unload rate. Yeah, that gate does open, by the way. I tried it off camera last session just to see. So this is going to be the lugger of all of this lot. Let's just see. Yeah, there is a slide, but you'd expect that on a field like this. Yeah, I think I'm going to not put a fence around. I want to, but I think it's going to cause too many issues up this end. It's not for any other reason. It's just because there's lots of different things going on. Let's twizzle around before. Yeah, if any tractor can not care about ramps, it would be this, because its tracks give it that super ability to really go where it likes. So then now let's try go as straight as we possibly can. Ooh. Yeah, it's a bit, I know, it's other, but you cannot help the way you feel to go. You've got to go the way you've got to go, and that is as true in this as it would be in real life. Yeah, the mirroring of physics is almost Giants. I mean, it is a very difficult thing to do. I'm not having a go at Giants about the top heaviness. It's what they have done is tantamount to a miracle for humans to program physics as they have done. So it really is a shout out for them that they have done what they have done, and as well as they have done. There are very few games that can ever tackle physics as Giants have done in this game, and to do a good job, not perfect, but good job, is not a bad thing. It is weird about mods, though. I do stick to that. I was saying on Ravenports, did a session on Ravenports last night, and I was saying that very thing about certain mods no longer working. I mean, some mods are a cracking idea, but don't actually work in reality. As in, like, yeah, right, let's swap this as well. Hand attach, fantastic idea, but there's some things work with it, some things don't, and there's some things that don't that catch you out. So you'd have to maneuver your Let's Play so that you've got all equipment that support the hand attach. So in the end, I thought, it's but a cracking idea if it worked. You know, as in, like, not. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but it doesn't work with all pieces of equipment, and it then causes issues, and you like extra stress that I think, oh, no, it's not worth it, and that's what I mean. The crop destruction plus, loved the idea of that, but it didn't follow through. It sometimes didn't recognise that you've got certain narrows on, and and the field gets damaged, and you think, I've got narrows on. What are you doing? It says in the shop I've got narrows on. Why am I taking a hit on damage? And then it causes stress and stuff like that. So you think, nah, it's gone. And then two favourite other mods mine I put in. Yeah, the heavier pallets or bigger pallets. It worked, and then now all of a sudden the physics changes by Giants have meant it doesn't do the job it was supposed to do. So now you're back down to 1 ton. Nah, you know, for sheep and all the rest of it, for wool, doesn't work. So I've still got it in at the minute, but it's gone because unless it's been in like that for ages as well. And then the other one that I really do miss a lot is... One second, let me just set this out. So, there we go. I've got to be honest though, these three... The TPS never has a trailer been needed more on a map than this. You know, this... I love the colours as well, actually. I'm glad I didn't go for just boring one single colour. I really do like that. Right, so then, animals we should have easily done. But if we need to, we'll just top them up a little. Let's have a look. How much do you need? Are we doing alright? 122 and 31 out of 32. In fact, nearly 32, really. Let's just grab a TMR. Oh, that... No, we'll top up. We're going to mix in the morning. I am going to get one, but we're going to get that now as well. And then that is definitely the end of this session. Right, yeah, we'll do a couple of these. And then tomorrow we're going to go to the shop, grab that. Yeah, now we've got a choice. Now I took the Roberts pack out because it's small, but it's 17 tonner. But it was really, always was really good. But I thought, oh, let's give something bigger a chance. I took it out ages ago, and I think it's really one of the best sets. But there's also another one that I've never tried. It's not. I went in and I looked at the mixing, and I thought, oh, I did never seen that one. So yeah, I've got a new one, and it is slightly bigger. It's 22. The thing that I really need is flow rate, and that the Roberts pack is good for. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at the animals. I think we probably need at least another one when you're dealing with. So grass is totally okay. Water's okay with those. And I think we could easily manage another one. So let's grab another one for now. And then we're mixing in the morning. Definitely. Yeah. Yes, it's been a long month, this one. Obviously with all the animals and everything we've not... It's just... Yeah, it's sort of gone on. So we've not seen any movements on the Let's Play because there's just been so many jobs to do. And next month, of course, it's all... That's the point. Do we shift those bales off the other fields? Not now. So it's been... Yeah, I'm happy with the session. It is... Should be straight in. Always a little bit... a little tiny moment of trepidation with the buckets in these situations, because sometimes the trigger gets missed and you're like, no, you make a mess. I think we could probably cope with another one. Yeah, we could. Let's fill this up so that we don't lose a lot. One more. That's why with the bucket, it's a brilliant idea with the bucket, but it just takes so long to actually achieve. It's a very nice. I'm glad we've got this terrain though. Very nice. It's got very generous triggers by Food Farmer. This has, but what I mean is, yeah, it's like the grass. When it's a new mod or something and you don't know where the trigger is and you're unsure, that first moment of like dropping it down and seeing the grass. Yeah, my favourite cow one from the Red Barn pack. That's it's not working. Again, I think it obviously did, and then mechanics changes have happened, and again another mod that is broken just through updates, really, which is something that didn't happen in FS19. Right, so then, yeah, we'll grab you. Not that... In fact, no, we won't. We should grab the little Massey, because that's the one that is going to be doing this job. I suppose we could actually take the... I don't know what it needs. We'll take a tractor first. We'll take the little Massey. It does make sense. It is the one we chose to bring across here, and I do concur with my choice of barrels. Right, smashing. I mean, I suppose you could use the truck. Yeah, I think this tractor here is one after this Let's Play that is going out. It's not that it's a rubbish tractor, and it's not. It's just that I've got much better ones. Its price point is terribly good, but you've still got to have a bit of manoeuvrability, really. I think, right, we've got narrows on this, haven't we? We ought to really put good, solid tyres on it. I think it's further down on this one, actually. Yeah. Very precise. And, yeah, let's give it... Oh, okay, no, wide tyres are fine if we're getting paid for free. Right, so then we want... We're going to lease it because I would like to try it before I buy it, is what I'm thinking. Because having never had this, I like the look of it. It's sort of like a nice shape. Yeah, this one here, the mech fiber by Agri. It's highly appropriate, really. Lizard mech fiber 365, 22.8, nearly 23 cubic meters. Actually, the biggest one that you can actually get. Design standard, what's that mean? Add feed chute. Well, if you don't add the feed chute, what does it do? Does it tip? Oh no, it's just a bit of cloth and stuff that are a guide. We'll try it without, because we're leasing it, and if we like it, we might try it. We might do a trick. Right, okay then, let's see. Can you manage it? Because it looks a fairly hefty beast. Even with your wide tyres, can you do that? Now, yeah, next session we've got like loads of stuff to do, haven't we? Mind you, I think again, I don't think we can afford... It's 2:30 though in the afternoon. Mind you, it's July. You could work till 10 o'clock in July, so do I worry about that? It's got a very nice form factor. I don't think it's going to struggle getting through the gates. Yeah, no, it's beautiful. Get a bus through there, literally. So then, yeah, now this is where having a silo that's unload rates is too quick is actually a disadvantage, although of course you don't want it to take forever. So are we going to mix one? No, it has been a long session. We will do this next session definitely. No, let's mix one. Yeah, so we have waited a long time for this. It would be nice to actually do at least one. It's managing quite well. I mean, admittedly it's empty at the minute. It's admittedly, but we can get under that nozzle. It looks more worse than it actually is. Oh no, we don't want that nozzle this time, do we? We want this nozzle here. Right, so then, do we stick... The thing that is the most important is the hay. So, oh, pellet, we want hay. Yeah, we want hay, not pellets. Now then, we also want to switch this on. Okay, we've not got that nice little bar that... Ah, we have if you do that. Ah, okay. Want hay. Well, it will say that, won't it? So we've got 357, and we want... Let's think about this. It's 23 tons, so we want... If we just split that, divided by 3, is, you could say 7 tons. So we need 7... 4... No, 10 tons of this was not far off. Let's try that, and then we're going to go about 5 tons of straw. A little bit much, and then the rest wants to be silage, which we've got none in there yet. No, we haven't. So that's the next thing we need to do, is grab some of our loose silage, which we could do with a bucket. Actually, that's probably not a bad idea. Yeah, let's go grab a bucket. This I'm going to fine tune this so that it's much better. We might grab, like, yeah, literally completely loads. Because we want to get the loose grass off that field as well, is the other thing that is a pain. So we need to sort of belt this or something like that. So we just want 6 tons for now. Yeah, it's the hay that's the biggest of the mix. Well, it always used to be anyway, unless they've changed it completely, of course, which is always possible. Okay, that'll do. It's, yeah. 5 tons of straw, 5 tons of silage. Oh dear, it's a bit top heavy, which it probably would be, even with the weight on the back, although the terrain isn't. This is not a heavy one, this is actually the lightest of the terrain range. I like the Big E, but yeah, this was on sale. Can't always have what you want, but it's still a cracker. It's heavier than any telehandler, so let's be honest, it's you could have done this with a telehandler as well. Now then, please, we're trying to feed you. That grass, I know, but this is better. Alright, okay. Pretend you're the ghost in the machine that you actually are. So I'm not talking to an imaginary cow. Would you talk to your animals? Farmers have been talking to their animals now, which is a high tip, so we don't need to like faff around. Ooh, and you see, that's not changed colour. Right, we need to. So it's too much straw and not enough silage. So the silage or the hay could tip this over. Typical. Right, okay. Let's go grab another one of these. Just a little bit under on the silage. Well, at least, yeah. And also we've got a bit of space. So if we sort of try to aim for this, you've got to have that little tiny bit of extra capacity, haven't you? Just to, yeah, you can always wang extra silage in, can't you really? Although you've got to be careful, otherwise you end up turning it into forage. And that was my point. But like anything, practice makes perfect. Yeah, that's still a bit rough, that is. No, we don't want the chaff that always hangs around at the beginning of your... I think, ooh, okay, this time we've somehow managed to do the whole shebang. What we need to see is a change in colour. Yeah, if anything, you need to do it under slightly first, and then leave yourself a bit of room for adding additional, like, hay or, well, whatever you're short on, really. We've got a little tiny too much. Do you know, the other one shifted, and now you're in the road. Thank you. That's very much appreciated. So, yeah, I do love these heights. I thought it would be really useful for this type of thing. So that's about right. That looks the nice colour of a mix to me. It does. That's looking fairly green. Fantastic. So we are. Yeah, I don't know what weight there is in there, and you know I don't particularly care. Yeah, it could be slightly under. That's all that matters, is that we've actually done our first mix. Oh, we were 99% actually. So now then, this is where we see on whether or not this was a good or a bad idea. So it's left hand. Oh, it's his back. Oh, okay. Oh, back. What? Hmm? We can all see that it's plainly got a shoot thing there. Okay, well, we're going to have a look. It's going to be interesting. It's not the back at all. It's the shooty thing. And maybe the other shoot actually makes it faster, because that's about as bad as the other one. It is. Oh, and yeah. It's this is the all. Yeah, no. Huh? Oh, we're filled. We're filled, so we've got to really do this till the morning, haven't we? Right, okay. So we're going to get leasing costs. Not necessarily. We could be sensible. And we could actually, yeah, we may as well keep this in here because it's nearly a full. Right, okay. And we may as well stick that in there and take this back. And we will go for the Roberts. It's no good it being bigger but like really slow on the unload. I mean, it is possible that with that addition of the chute, although I don't really think that would physically make that. Yeah, I'm going to leave that. I'll leave that trundling while we say our goodbyes. Yes, I will take that to the shop, and next session, in fact, we're going to lease a Roberts now. No, we'll do it in the morning. Yeah, otherwise we're going to get by leasing costs for something we don't really need. Yeah, it's still trundling. It's slow. Yeah, so all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.